In this video, we learn how to create a complete 3D enemy in Blender, how to create animation walk and idle by yourself, how to export it to Unity, and how to make it move around. Do it with one free node, in just a few seconds. One script only and it works for all of your enemies. Let's get started. If you don't have any 3D model yet, you can download it from Google. I will download a 3D model Goomba here. Pick this one, it is free. Click to download it. This is model I downloaded. First of all, we need to move our character feet center to the ground. If you don't do it, you will not be able to move this enemy in Unity. Press Shift-S to move 3D cursor to default position 000. Next step, select our model, move it to the 3D cursor. You should move the feet right at this 3D cursor. When you import it into Unity, the pivot of model will be at its feet. Press number 3 for the side view to align this side to center too. If you watch carefully, you can see this point. This will be the pivot of this model in Unity. This one will give you tons of errors when you import it into Unity. To fix it, you need to move this pivot to default position 000. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. That point was moved to 3D cursor at position 000 now. To move a character, we need to create its amateur first. Press Shift-A, create amateur. Set this amateur view in front. Switch to edit mode. Scale and move this bone to fit the body of character. Edit it on side view too. Next, select the endpoint of this bone. Press E to create new bone. This bone will control the head. We need to create bones to control his left foot and right foot too. Select button, mirror X. Select the bottom point of this bone. Press Shift-E to create new bone and its mirror bone. Press E again to create another bone to fit its foot. Delete the small one and edit this bone to fit the foot. The mirror bone will fit another foot automatically. We have bones for all parts now: head, body and feet. Next step, we need to tell bones which part it will control. Select model, then select the bones. Press Ctrl P, add automatic weights. Now select the bones only. Switch to pose mode. Try to move each bone to see how it works. Everything works perfect. You can move each parts of character now. Press number 3 to switch to side view. Select tab timeline to start to edit animations. You usually have 80 frames for each animation. You can make it less or more to make animation smoother, up to you. Select frame rate, 60 or 50 FPS, 50 frames per second. Now select the armature and switch to pose mode. Press A to select all bones. At tab keying, set saving at all location, rotation and scale. Press icon plus to add new keyframe at frame 0. Do the same to save their position at frame 80, because we need to loop it. I will add one more at frame 40 also. Now let's move the feet first. Select one foot. Move to frame 20. I will rotate it up a little bit and move it ahead as character is moving. Then save it. Move to frame 0 and press button space to preview it. It works. Relocate frame 40 to 60 to add another pose at frame 40 to make it smoother walking. At frame 40, I will move this foot lower as a step down. Then save it. Play it again. It seems look like a walking animation more. Do the same for another foot. Press Ctrl number 3 for another side view. Move to frame 20 when the left foot is walking up. At this moment, right foot will be at ground, not moving. Now move to the frame when left foot has stopped moving. It will be from frame 60. Left foot will be at ground, so this right foot will move up. Rotate a little bit and move it ahead. Then save it. At frame 80, this right foot will be a step down. Move it down as a step down. After done, save it. Now press Ctrl+C, copy this frame 80. Paste it to frame 0. Save it, to make frame 0 to be the same frame 80. Press play to see our result. It seems work well. We have finished animation for 2 feet already. Next, let's animate the body a little bit. It is the same pose at frame 0, 40, and 80 now. Move to frame 20, then scale it smaller a little bit, like it's breathing. Save it. Copy, and make frame 60 the same as this frame 20. Paste it, then save it again. Press play to preview it. When body move, it will move the head too. Now let's animate the head. Move to frame 20. Rotate it to the left a little bit, then save it. Next, move to frame 60. Rotate it to the right a little bit, then save it. We have animated all parts of this character already. You can edit it different, whatever as you want. Let's create one more animation, idle. Create it from frame 100 to frame 180. First step, press A. Save all current position of bones to frame 100. Do the same to save it at frame 180, and frame 140 as well. Now go to frame 120. Scale the bone of body smaller a little bit, then save it. Copy this frame 120, paste it into frame 160, and save it again. Now we have finished animation idle. To make the result in Unity same in Blender, select the Animator, and you must reset these: location, rotation, scale to default values. To reset location values, press Ctrl+A, choose location. Its default values of location is 0, 0, 0. Default values of rotation is 0, 0, 0 also. If you have different values, press Ctrl+A, choose rotation. Default values of scale is 1, 1, 1. Do the same to reset it. As you see, it was reset back to 1, 1, 1. One more thing before exporting. Select armature, rotate X value to -90 degree. If you not do this, your character will have wrong rotation in Unity. It's very weird, but this is the correct rotation, you must use it. Let's apply new default rotation again. Ctrl+A, apply rotation. It's ready to export now. Select the model and the bone only. Menu File, Export, Export to FBX. Path mode, select Copy. And remember to turn on this tiny icon. It will copy all material from this character into Unity as well. Export selected objects only, armature and the mesh. Change this to FBX unit scale, then turn off these checkbox. Remember to turn on Bake Animation to export all its animations. Enter name you want to save, press Export FBX. Create new folder in your project. Name it Enemy. Import FBX file we made from Blender into. To add this character into your game, just drop it into Hierarchy. Move it above the ground. I will rotate its face to the left side. On side view, this Goomba is not look good. I will rotate it about -110 degree. It looks better now. And scale it smaller a little bit, 0.75. On FBX, it will contain the mesh, material colors, and animations. To make character can move, we need to add its avatar. On menu Rig, select generic type, create avatar from this model. It will create avatar or amateur bones of this model, same in Blender. This is avatar we just created. It will be added to animator component of this model automatically. If your character object didn't have component animator yet, just add one. Then add its avatar into. Select FBX again, go to tab Animation. Let's create animation walk first. In Blender, we created walk animation from frame 0 to frame 80. And it is a loop animation. Click Apply to create it. You can press play to preview this animation. It will work the same as it was in Blender. New walk animation is created and added here. Let's create animation idle. Press plus icon to add new one. Then rename it idle. Idle animation is created from frame 100 to frame 180 in Blender. And it is a loop animation too. Click Apply and animation idle was created. Press play to preview it. After creating all animations, we need to add them in one place. It's called Animator Controller. Right-click, Create, Animator Controller. Name it Goomba Animator. Double-click to open it. You can see its window here. Next, drop animation idle into. Idle will become the default animation is played when game is started. Add walk animation in also. We have two animations we need for this enemy Goomba now. To activate this Animator Controller, add it into Animator Component. It's ready to use now. Press play to see how it works. As you see, animation idle will be played automatically when game started. You can open Window Animator to see which animation is running. If our player move and hit this enemy, they will overlap because we didn't add any collider to enemy Goomba yet. Let's add collider to it. You can use box collider or capsule collider. Switch to Scene tab. Edit size of collider to fit it. Next, let's add Rigidbody to have gravity on this enemy. And we always need component Rigidbody to be able to move a character. Mass is weight of object. Drag is deceleration to reduce the speed. Turn on Use Gravity to have gravity on this character. And freeze all rotation. Let's move this enemy off the ground to test it. Now press play to see how it works. It has gravity for now. Our player cannot go through it anymore. Select this enemy object. Add new visual scripting script. With any names you like. It has nothing now. We need to add some script to move this enemy. I introduced how to make script to move any objects or character in this video. You can watch it with link under video to understand how to make it by yourself. In this video, I will show you a faster way to move an object, just a few seconds. You can download this free with link under video. I will drop this into hierarchy to find it easier. Open script use character to see how to use it. To use it, just copy event and paste it anywhere you want to use it. In this video, I will make enemy go back and forward an area. So I will use event, move to paths. It will require object must have Rigidbody and collider. We added them into our enemy already. And this event requires to add script macro character to object also. Add script macro character into enemy object that needs to move. Open use character again. Copy event move to paths. Copy it into enemy script. Let's move this enemy right after game is started. Object is object needs to move this enemy. Use this because this script is inside enemy object. Path list is a list of game objects. It will go from object path 1 to path 2 and 3 and will go back to path 1 again. Select enemy object, create a 3D object inside it. Scale it smaller. Move this 3D object outside. Make sure all its rotation is 0, 0, 0. Then move it to location you want this enemy moved to. Make sure this 3D object above the ground for enemy can touch it. Rename it path 1. Duplicate to make another. Move it to somewhere else. Name it path 2. Enemy will go to path 1, then go to path 2 and back to path 1 again. You can make more of it, path 3 if you want. Next, select enemy object, add new variable. Name it path list or any names you like. With type is a list. Now add object path 1 into. Do the same to add path 2 and path 3. Remember to turn off collider on all these path objects, for other characters can go through it. Checkbox is trigger, or you can delete its collider. You can turn them invisible for now if you want to. We already have path list, let's add it into our event. Speed is movement speed of this enemy. Create a variable speed to control this speed. Min and max waiting time is break time before enemy go to next path. I will give it a random, between 1 and 3 seconds. That's it, enemy can move now. When game is started, our enemy can move to path 1 at first. It will take a break, then go to path 2 next, and then path 3. Then go back to path 1 again. Open use character script. We have some events to rotate 3D character here. I will use rotate angle Y to position. Open enemy script. Paste it here. We will rotate enemy head when it started to move. Object is object need to rotate. We will rotate this enemy object. Target position is position that enemy will rotate to. Current path is object that enemy is moving to. So enemy head will rotate to this path object. Press play to see the result. Enemy can rotate and move to path 1 correctly, and it can rotate and move to path 2 as well. Now this enemy can play animation idle only. When it is moving, let's play animation walk. Open enemy's script again. Right after enemy started to move, let's play animation walk. Use Animator Play to play an animation. This is object that has Animator component. We added component Animator on this enemy already. State name is animation name. Play walk animation. After enemy arrived to a path or stopped moving, let's play animation idle again. Press play to test it. Animation walk is working, but speed is too slow. Try to increase the speed to 2 times. It looks better. I will try its speed to 3 times. It looks perfect now. First, I will group this enemy and all path objects, and name it Goomba 1. Now copy it to create another enemy. Then move it to another location. I will delete path 3 of this enemy. It will go to path 1 and path 2 only. Rename this enemy Goomba 2. Then press play to see result. Enemy 2 is working. And enemy 1 is working too. With one script only, it will work for all enemies in your game. Now you understand how to create a 3D enemy in Blender. Then import it to Unity, and how to create its animations by yourself. Let's do the same to create other enemies in this Mario game. You can download and open this tutorial right away with free link under video. Open it with Unity version 2021 or newer versions. Thank you for watching.